members with Second Story, and we're so excited to be here.
And in a bit, as we bring you through this night, Megan and I will kind of act as your guides. We'll introduce you to the storytellers in a little bit. We will take you on this journey through surviving the American dream, which is the theme of Story Week this year.
I am so excited to introduce the first person up tonight. She is a force in the Chicago literary community. She is a publisher, she's a promoter, she's a huge voice for all independent bookstores in the city. But most importantly, she's an absolutely kick-ass writer. And I'm so excited to welcome Kathy Berquist up to the stage.
I'm in a nightclub in Paris, France, and I'm drunk. A guy whose name I can't remember, Pierre Pascal, is trying to persuade me past a curtain into a small private room lit only by candlelight. It is better in here. His persistence annoys me. Nope, I repeat, clumsily hunkering down onto a stool in the club's entryway. Let's stay right here. Pierre/Pascal has been giving me a tour of the place, and we just walked across the dance floor through the entryway towards an enclave lined with curtained-off rooms.
The first time I ever saw people practice Aikido was at U of I. A group would practice outside on the quad. They all wore hakamas, and the long black split skirts would flare up, drawing sweeping black arcs through the air, like large, inky black calligraphy O's when they took breakfall. I was drawn to Aikido because it was beautiful. I've taken Aikido for around 12 years now. I'm not an athlete by any means, but I can roll, take a fall, and do basic technique. My Aikido isn't elegant, but I try.
In Plato's Symposium, Aristophanes tells a story. Once upon a time, he says, people used to be complete. We were happy and in love and sexually fulfilled. What a world. But Zeus thought we were arrogant, so he split us in two as punishment, and now everyone who is born longs for his or her other half. That's why we all go searching the world for our soulmates. That's how I found Angelos, the baby's father. When I was 19, I hitchhiked from Dublin, Ireland to Athens, Greece. From there, I took the boat to Crete. Shortly after I arrived, Angelos zoomed towards me. Down the shop-lined hill from the Plataea to the harbor, stopped his red Ducati in front of me, flipped the curls out of his face, smiled, showing his perfect teeth, and said, gesturing to the seat of the bike, "Ella, pame mia volta," as if I understood him. And somehow I did. Take me where, I wondered. And my soul was his, just like that.
So at this place I'm starting in this story, imagine yourselves airborne, because I'm being carried bodily by 6 large men who plan to throw me out the front door. They succeed, and I go skidding across the wintry pavement, which hurts if you haven't ever done it. When I finally roll to a stop and lift my head, I see the bouncers who tossed me packing the doorway, a crowd bunching around them to try and catch a glimpse. So now I'm famous. Then they shut the door. Well, that I thought was just rude. So I crawl off the pavement and charge them. And by the time I get there, the door's locked, of course. So I do the next best thing and I put my hand through it, this one right here. That's where most of the blood on this night will come from. Now, about 15 minutes before all of this nonsense, a band had been playing in that bar. They were shitty. And during the middle of one of their shitty songs, I took it upon myself to jump up on the stage and tell them how shitty I thought they were. The singer disagreed. So I sized him up, and I took a terrible swing. I could hardly stand. And I missed by a mile and staggered. He bunched himself, crow-hopped, and sunk his fist deep into my eye. And I flew off the stage, crashing through the tables. I'm big then, about 275 pounds, so it was a terrible mess. Bouncers swarmed me, and we quickly degenerate into a cartoon of swinging arms and legs with me at the middle of it. That's what led to me being littered out of this place. So I'm outside now, and I am just fucking furious. And I'm using this hand to shatter their front door. Probably the only thing I was capable of beating up right then. It was glass, half-inch thick and laced with security wire, but I went through it like fog. You'd have thought I was a zombie from the movies, the easy work I made of that door. The bouncers start to repel me again, and then the Mounties arrive.